last left the screw-ups that this campaign is. I'm including myself in that, by the way. Ray got pranked and then betrayed. And it did happen in that order, despite the fact that he would probably reverse it. Because I think he considered the implication that Keen was also his daughter more of a betrayal than Kudo trying to kill him.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yes. Well, actually, 100% because I didn't know Kudo.
Yeah.
These fuckers over here.
Whoa.
Please,
Tell me I'm wrong.
Just that fucker.
You're
You're complicit, as we've discussed.
I was a third party, just observing and enjoying the situation.
Yes. After
You
which...
make that sound horrible.
Look, at this point, I think I just make everything sound terrible, so...
It's
Continue with the introduction.
It is.
Nice.
Ooh, excuse me. The fight between Kudo and Ray out in the desert surrounding the city of Mika started as an intense battle of the arcane and devolved to two men in the desert whacking each other with whatever they could find. Specifically, a quarterstaff and a dagger. Ray stopped fighting back and began to try and reason, and I gave you an obscene amount of persuasion checks.
You did.
Probably more than I should have.
Yeah.
And but that's okay, because extenuating circumstances. And you succeeded. Very, very well. And Kudo agreed to not fulfill his mission. As a thanks and a hopeful opportunity for him, Ray called once more on the help of your patron, Seravina. Seravina opened a portal and welcomed you into his home once more. Bless you.
Thanks.
Did you do that for all of us, or was it just Kudo and Ray?
They were out in the desert.
Well, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, we have no idea.
And I think that's where we ended it.
Yeah.
That is.
Because you didn't even talk to Seravina yet.
Walked
Yeah.
through the portal, and that was it.
And so,
And scene.
we are going to return
I need one of
to
those
the
clacky things.
Wandering Shadow,
Uh-oh.
where Einar and Riss
have
and
no
Keen
idea what's going on.
have no idea what is going on.
And Makoto.
Yes, and
Who's
Makoto.
now chatting with her sister.
Yes, Makoto has been making small talk with you. Not small talk, not like, oh, how's the weather?
Conversation.
Just like, you know, getting to know you.
Weather's
Just
draw-
pretty consistent in this place.
Yeah.
I mean, no, you do get...
That's how you know you hate someone. So you
Variance.
start talking about the weather. Okay, yeah, you clearly don't want to talk to me.
All right. Now every time that Einar does not want to talk to Riss, Einar will say, "So how's the weather?"
Riss will go off on it because that was Will talking. That was not Riss talking.
He's a ranger. He had to study weather patterns.
Yep.
So Einar's gonna
don't
say
use
that,
that.
and Riss is gonna go in this whole
Yep.
scientific thing, and then Einar's just gonna be like, "Oh no, I just want to die." Farah, why did you bring me back? Amar, you did it too. I hate you both.
That's right.
So what are you doing as you so at this point I'm gonna say like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes have passed.
Enough time for us to be like,
It's finally just a moment of, what did he say it was here for again?
And where did he say he was from?
Riss is going to
Look,
turn to Makoto.
Einar has a 0 to intelligence. He's not gonna figure that out.
Listen,
Make a
bud.
flat wisdom check for me. That's make an insight check.
Okay, insight check. Sure, I can do that. That's a 20.
That's my boy.
Flat.
That's a 20. Yeah, I'm gonna say with a flat 20, you're kind of just thinking about it, and something's just digging at you, just not sitting quite right. You don't you not it's not, enough that it's you can recognize exactly what the situation is, but it's just something's a little off.
Riss, Ray and Kudo have been gone for a little bit. Should we check on them?
I suppose. I mean, there's no indication they went that far. They can just be talking about paradise. And since I'm not from paradise, I don't really care to join the conversation. But if we want to locate him quickly and wrestle through a hole, Makoto, do you have a spell for that?
All right, let's.
I mean, I have locate creature.
What's the range on that?
It's 1,000 feet, I think. Right? Is it?
They're a couple miles, right?
Yeah.
No, they're just outside the city limits.
How
I
close are we?
think they're
Well,
still
they
outside of.
were. If they went to.
Oh,
That's
that's
right.
true.
He-
They're in a different
I'm
plane
not
of
gonna know.
existence now.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on when we're checking.
Yeah, well, this is like 20 minutes after,
Yeah,
so the fight has
this is
finished
good.
by
This
this
is good
point.
while after, yes.
Yeah. Does she have it prepared today? Let's see.
Dang it, Makoto.
Listen, there was not. Of all the things she thought she would be doing today, this was not one of them.
I get that. Not a lot of people. Well, with Makoto, her dad getting into a dangerous incident is more common than
true.
most daughters.
The last roll I rolled was an owo, and the next one was an uwu.
Oh. Which one's the bad one
The
again?
owo comes before the uwu. The owo is the nat 1. The uwu's the nat 20.
that's
The
great.
nat 20 always comes afterwards.
She does have sending prepared, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I also have sending.
Yeah. Makoto is going to pull out the copper wire. And,
I barely even know her.
hey, Dad, we just got here. You're not, running off again, are you?
Upon hearing that, Einar is going to walk over to Makoto and just put like a reassuring hand on her shoulder.
She kind of just
Dang, Makoto.
smirks and nods her head slightly. It's fine.
No wonder our joke worked so well.
Yes, now you very much see, Keen, why it needed to be done.
There's, and also, so I rolled. You do get the message.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. So, how do you respond?
Damn it.
That's the first word.
No. As a player, damn it.
Yeah.
No, Makoto. Kudo had something to get off his chest, which took longer
And
than
yours.
expected. I'll be back shortly.
Apparently, Kudo's dealing with something. I don't know.
What relationship did he have with Ray? Were they like old war buddies? Or
I've never seen that man before in my life.
From what I know of Paradise, everyone's a war buddy.
It
You
does
haven't
sound
been to
like
Paradise then.
Granted, the only person from Paradise I've really seen are Dachi, Ray,
Dachi?
Doctor?
what's his name?
Dashi.
Yes.
She.
It was close. Don't worry, we
And all those
understood.
people were in the military. if
Well,
I'm
it
not-
helps that it's all, it's like a family thing.
Oh, yes, that's probably true.
That's
I guess I
Ray,
need to interact with people.
Ray's daughter,
Yeah.
Ray's father-in-law.
Yeah, yeah.
You
true.
make a
Feels
solid
weird
point.
calling my dad Ray, but whatever.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah, there's we'll go someday.
Okay.
Hopefully on better terms than we are now.
Can't wait to meet the in-laws. And the rest of his family.
Well, you've technically met the in-laws. Or in-law.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Dashi's the father-in-law.
Tell me, where are the grandparents on the father's side?
They are in Eden, the capital city.
Are they anything like Ray?
I know, I think this needs a first-hand experience to thoroughly capture what the grandparents are like.
You wouldn't be wrong. Yes and no. It's Ray. My dad has had a certain experience with life that leaves a person jaded, and he's resisted that, which I'm very thankful to see. But you can't go through that unaffected. My grandparents have never seen war. They're brewers. They told me how they first came to Paradise. Apparently, their mead was so good that a cloud giant that was passing through the area wanted to sponsor them to move their business to the Corman provinces. That cloud giant was one of the members of one of the noble families of Paradise. So he had wealth to spare.
Ah,
You don't say no to a cloud giant sponsoring.
I see.
And so they did. And the brewery moved to a different continent. They had the money to keep getting the same, mead and the same resources, so it didn't change too much for them. They just had more to work with. They retired a long time ago. They're fine. They're old, happy, sad a lot of the time. Even when their son came home, it really wasn't their son. And
Right.
so prior to that,
Not son. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine having 2 sons.
not that they know that.
Oh,
Most of
maybe
Paradise.
we won't go visit yet.
Honestly, I think that if one day we were able to, they would be overjoyed to know that the son they knew
All right, plans change. We're gonna go visit soon.
is still.
Man, this plan is changing very, very quickly.
Listen,
It's-
But
are you used to anything else?
you made
By
a
the end
good
of the day, we
point.
could be going to the realm of the gods again.
No, please don't say that.
I'm
Do
going
not
to put
say
a
that.
veto on that, considering the last time we went for me,
But see, that's what I'm saying. You weren't human. You went as a Kenku. You got to experience it as a human.
oh
Only
no,
way
I
to go.
remember it just fine.
Oh.
Don't you worry.
I don't know about that.
Plus, I was, there after I got restored.
And Keen hasn't seen it either. See, another reason to go back.
Debatably.
Riss, stop. Just stop. There was.
I'm
Okay,
totally
first
kidding. I
of
do not
all-
want to go back. That was
first of
horrifying
all,
and terrifying.
I'm probably not on great terms with Amar right now, so we can't go that way.
yeah,
Secondly,
probably won't get.
I
Goddaddy's blessing.
don't want to go through that realm again. Odds are, knowing us, we will time it perfectly to go through those battles again. I am not doing that. It was
True.
a great experience, but that was tiring.
You know, I wonder how those guys are doing.
Oh, you mean Samir and I don't remember the other two.
Alia and
There's another A name.
Avain.
yeah.
I mean, look at you
Well
on
done.
our pulling out the names.
I mean, they're in theory nearby. You're on the same region in the world that, because the Crimson Academy is like
Wait,
relatively close.
visit
them? They are?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
up, Samir?
This is the
We're criminals now.
Chimera is one of the patron gods of the Arisian region.
Y'all want some? Y'all want to recruit some assistance for when we find Korvaki, and he can go, "Ha! I surprised you." And we can go, "No,
We surprised you
you
with an army.
I like that. We already do have Malia, though. And most definitely Stalwart.
Oh yes, Stalwart is 100%.
Now hopefully Kudo will join in. That'd be fun."
Kudo and
Well,
the other K guy that came in recently.
KO.
the monk,
Kea.
right?
KO.
Really, you missed the other letter. O. K-O.
It is spelled Keio.
Hey yo.
You and sometimes Y. He's debating so hard whether he wants to give me that die or not.
My brain short-circuited because you took the letter K and just went A. E-I-O. You and sometimes Y.
Yup.
I think if they knew he was still him, they'd be happy about it. Probably shocked,
Well, as one would be.
and it would. They're very old, and not.
Yes,
These
I
are
see what you're
Ray's
saying.
parents.
I see what you're saying. Yes.
We'll find you someone. Every grandparent wants to see their grandchildren get married. We'll do that, and that'll soften the blow. And then there you go. See, we're fine.
No, I
Oh.
think that might just be two shots.
See, the
back to
problem
back.
is, I'm not convinced that would work because I think my dad would have a heart attack if he knew I was with someone, and then he wouldn't be alive to meet them anymore.
So
Either that or an aneurysm.
Well, okay, so that just means I have to be nearby to revivify him.
Ooh.
Riss is going to lean over to Einar. So does that mean... So, Makoto Kane. So does that mean... They don't know she slept with... Has she slept with someone? Do we know
I
this?
don't know.
She's gonna make a perception check because you're doing this in front of her.
I feel like Einar's gonna like elbow wrist a
Make a
little bit.
stealth check.
Oh, bet
Well,
son.
no, it wouldn't be stealth.
Oh, don't you take this from me.
It would be performance, wouldn't it?
Oh.
That would make sense.
If only I was out in the moonlit night.
Dadgum, you have a 13 and advantage on stealth?
Yeah, it would be a performance
This is
check.
why it was abysmal when I failed that one check.
Actually, I will allow deception.
Okay, I'll take this.
You're trying to. I think that's valid.
19.
She unfortunately cannot hear you.
But my passive perception is 26.
And then
so.
he tries...
Oh, incredible.
My God!
However,
Thank you.
he keeps going to Honor. Does Ray know?
Look, again, I have no clue. I don't know these things.
Should we ask her?
on
No,
Earth?
why? Sorry, Makoto. Don't worry about it. It's... I just smacks wrist real
I'm
hard.
gonna make an insight check.
Like, for the record, you all to know that I totally tuned out what you two were saying, so.
Good.
Yeah, it's for the better.
It's very much for the better.
Good, I'm glad.
Riss is conflicted. He wants to know, should he know so that he doesn't slip up and say anything about it?
Wait,
And Ray asks?
Wait. The other rider?
What?
I mean,
No. Stay in ignorance. Okay.
Oh! I see what he's asking.
Oh, okay.
He's asking whether Hashem.
Don't go into detail!
She rolled an 18 on insight. She knows exactly what you were talking about, even if she doesn't know exactly what you said.
Way to overreact, Einar. I wasn't going to ask her, but now it looks like I'm an idiot or a jerk if I don't.
Riss,
She's just kind of.
I am not an intelligent man, but sometimes you make me look smart.
Makoto, this was all out of the goodness.
Einar
of
is
our
also
heart.
going to walk
Stop.
20 feet away from Riss and just stand and watch.
You watch as she just says a word and her voice reverberates as she just says, "Stop." As she casts power word stun.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, I'm underneath 100
Is
health.
that a new one?
You speak a word of power that can overwhelm the mind of one creature you can see within range, leaving it dumbfounded. That if the target has 150 hit points or fewer, it is stunned.
That's all
That's
of
not
us.
a different state than Riss is already in.
I was gonna say the exact same thing.
For the
Nah.
record,
Yeah, what is stunned?
the stunned condition.
Please tell me that he is stunned so Makoto could just come up and slap him
You
in
are
the face.
incapacitated, can't move, and can only speak falteringly. You automatically fail strength and dex saving throws, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
Yep, sounds about right.
Oh.
And what she's going to do is very simply just, with you just standing there just like,
Oh, what?
she's just going to cast Catapult on a cup, and it is going to smack you dead in the face.
Ouch. Rude as heck.
because you fail the dex saving throw
Yep.
by necessity and take
Or by default.
9 bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
Oh, she
That's
was gentle.
really low because you rolled 2 1s. 2 1s and a 7.
From a cup.
Yeah, so this it's like, the mug just, as she just stops you, and a mug just goes, "Fung!" and just smacks you dead in the face, and
His eyes start to water. Ow.
make a Constitution saving throw. You make one at the end of every turn.
Oh,
to
I was like-
be released from being
I
stunned.
was like, what did this mug do to me? Nope, that's a nat 1.
Sorry, buddy.
You got knocked over by that. You are now just laying on the ground. You're not paralyzed. You're not like frozen in place. You're just like,
Oh man, I really like the idea of him like falling over with like his hand sticking out like a mannequin.
this.
You are.
You are. Yep.
No.
Sucks to suck.
You need to tell me about this.
I'm sure Einar will. Either Einar will or Makoto will.
Makoto's just kind of looking down at you. Yeah, this is about right.
Welcome back, Makoto.
Thank you. I've missed you, Dad.
That. Fair.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Try.
By this point, the
effects were off.
Yeah,
Okay. That was odd. Is that a new one?
it is.
I like it.
I have something worse.
I very appreciate not using that on me.
Well, it would. The bar wouldn't be here anymore.
Yes. I think I know what it is. But
She has 9th level spells now.
Wow.
she be a powerful being.
She is.
To be fair, we were not mocking. I just want to make sure I didn't slip up in front of
It's
Ray.
just also none of your business.
No. I'm just saying I didn't want to mess up in front of Ray and him not know it. Again,
If you
your
don't talk
punishment,
about it, you won't mess up.
This is true. I'm not going to talk about it. Are we talking about it? I'm not talking about it.
Good.
What were we
Miss,
talking
you
about?
are the only one who was talking about it.
Technically, you're
hell
talking
am I
about it
talking
with
about?
me.
I do notice you are rambling.
And with that,
Shushkin.
we will scene change to the portal closing behind Ray and Kudo.
Ray sneezes.
Bless you.
Thanks. I feel like someone's talking about me.
Technically, that would happen in roughly like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Because we carried on.
Yeah. When they were like, "Where is he?"
But Seravina is once more sitting in his basically throne. he likes to be told.
For the player, I have no idea. I assume that he has the mark, but it hasn't been confirmed for me yet.
It has not.
Okay, cool. So
I don't unless. Oh no, yeah, because you just got back. Yeah, so you don't know anything.
Okay, cool. Great.
Seravina is sitting there, leaning back in his chair, and you see the one crown on his left, and as he takes the crown off and places it on his right, he just looks towards you. Cashing in a good many favors recently.
A lot's happened.
It has indeed. And, as always, I am more than happy to help.
I appreciate your assistance each time that you've granted it.
It is a pleasure. You have proven yourself time and time again.
Well, I'm hoping that this can offset some or potentially give you additional assistance, but Kudo here, who I'm sure you've met before, he's like me, in a way. He's been cast out from paradise, and I can't think of anyone else who can find the best part of him or accentuate that and show him what it means to move forward.
Is that so? And if you would like to take the role of Kudo for this interaction,
Shit. Okay.
as your character,
All right, you're in character. Go.
Right. Thanks. I think. That's never had anyone say that to me before.
my name is Oliver Seravina.
Yes, I know that. I met you before. I sat in your chair, and it was nice.
Indeed. But a proper introduction is in order, given that you are either looking for service or looking for employ. And your name?
I'm Kudo Baiko, and I come from Paradise.
So, the name you gave before was not a false one.
No. It
I find
doesn't
that
mean much.
Rarely is the case, but something I appreciate nonetheless.
I give a name that means nothing. 'Cause what I do, no one gets to repeat it. If I do my job right.
A fair point. You do sound like someone that could be of great use, if you have the desire to be.
I don't know. Is this whole situation just messed up? You know? I'm not going to say never, because I've gone back. I've been dead before. It's not fun. It's kind of fun. But anyway. I was sent here to do a job, and by someone who's... You don't not do the job for this person if you want to stay alive. Again,
I'm familiar.
you know this person?
Kosen.
You know of him?
I've done my research. I keep my eyes and ears open, as well as those that are lent to me.
Do you
Not
know
to
what...
mention, I currently have KO and Stalwart in Paradise.
Why are they there?
They are pursuing something to help Einar.
Oh, yeah. Did you find him? Or her?
We found a trail. One that we can hopefully follow to find him.
The hell are you talking about?
Things that you will only need to concern yourself with after we have made our arrangement clear. If at all. Now, if you just need a new start, I can provide that. If you want to employ, I can provide that. I can assure you that those who work for me have no shortage of, shall we say, excitement in their lives.
I don't think I need a new start. I need some bitch in Paradise to never find me again. With that being said...
He's called Ray a bitch.
Just called Kosen a bitch.
And your point?
They're very different people now.
They are, yeah. Excitement, huh?
Exceedingly.
I might need to leave the name of Kudo behind then.
That can be arranged. One of my servants will show you to some quarters, and you can take rest in. I have ones set aside from the ones you used prior for prospective employees.
I like it. Also, if I get to help Einar, I'm cool with that too.
I'm glad to see friendship between...
I wouldn't call it friendship. I just like that they're freaking insane.
admiration
Yeah, you can call it
between your type.
that. Yeah, they're fucking crazy.
What does that mean?
Adventurers people who willingly run towards danger for no reason.
I noticed that.
Keen's not in it yet.
True.
So, get some rest. Ray, you and I will, well, we can discuss after you've had a chance. I look forward to working with you,
Likewise.
whatever your name shall be.
We'll see.
And Kudo is escorted by a mostly translucent spectral servant.
See you later, Ray. It wasn't a great fight. No, it was a great fight. You're a bitch.
Now he called Ray a bitch.
Bye, I think.
And Kudo is led away. Well then, seems you continue to encounter interesting individuals.
Yes, I feel like that's my curse.
Well, it has certainly not been a curse unto me. Your presence in my pursuits has brought a great many curiosities.
I'd like to ask you a question.
Always.
Do you promise you'll be honest with me?
No,
Why?
because I am not entitled to reveal everything that I do.
It's not entitlement.
How about this? I will promise that I will be honest, but I will not promise to answer your question.
Trying to figure out how to phrase this. I understand that your pursuits, they take you apparently not just through the plains, but is there an aspect of time and space as well?
That's an interesting question. One that I expected something different. Time and space. No, I can honestly say that I have...
So you're not looking for a way to go back in time?
No.
Do you know if
That
there
is-
is such a way?
There are rumors, perhaps. Those who have attempted it, but none that have succeeded, from what I am aware.
What are you hoping to succeed in?
I have a great many endeavors that I am pursuing. But overall,
Seravina, I'm asking what your purpose is.
you know, for as long as I've been alive, I still don't think I can quite answer that.
I believe that.
I do what suits me, and I pursue what interests me. If something captures that, I keep following it for as long as I can.
Ray kind of stands there. He's not looking too good. He's a little tired, but at the same time,
A little bloody.
a little bit, kind of hella bloodied.
Been waiting for somebody to notice that and
Yeah.
help him out, maybe.
Yes. Seravina's
No.
just sitting there talking to this guy who's bleeding all over his floor. He's like, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's not the first time Ray showed up like this.
No, it's
That's
not.
true.
It's not even like the 5th time.
Yeah, and there's no dagger in his chest this time.
Shut up.
If you would like it. And he offers a crystal towards you. This one is a transparent crystal, like a growth from within geode. But,
Okay.
Straight meth.
but able to be held in
Eat
your
it
hand.
raw.
Okay, I'll take it.
Crunchy.
Just, and as you do, it kind of like, with the slightest pressure, it kind of just shatters in your hand. And
Oh, that's new.
That's grand.
give me a moment.
Yep.
+7, so 21.
Cool. Okay.
Because that was a cure wounds crystal.
I figured.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool though.
that is how he cast the spell.
As the healing aura is finishing, I guess he goes, Seravina, I understand. No, it's not that I understand. You have helped us a great deal, and I am very thankful for that. However, I want us to be able to trust one another. I have a very specific set of morals, and I will uphold those. And being a man such as yourself, I would hope that you can understand that.
Without question. And I can assure you that, while not everything I do might meet that moral standard, I will never force you, even in repayment of what you owe, to do anything that breaks it.
Stop. You're distracting me. Me. Okay.
It's my lie detector. False, false, false.
Well, I appreciate
Insight
your
check,
presence.
actually.
Yeah, sure.
Bad boy.
Damn it.
It's a 4.
He rolled lower.
Yeah, but he's an artificer, so.
Yeah, that's intelligence-based.
Insight?
No.
Yeah, and no. Artificer is intelligence-based.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
So that doesn't
Oh.
mean that he'd have anything.
Wait. Okay.
Okay. What's your total?
6.
Okay, he's better than that.
Okay. It's a bonus day.
It is a bonus day.
Shit. 7.
Roast your bones. Does it meet?
No.
Oh.
You have failed me for the last time.
As far as you can tell,
Yes.
he is appearing to be genuine.
Okay. I'm not
While
going to. I want to say this. I won't force my morals on you. But I would request that the same honor and care for life is maintained.
And I do appreciate that. I was about to say myself that while your presence and assistance is very much appreciated, I would hope you would not presume to attempt a limitation of my endeavors. But you may rest well. I know who I am working with. I have done my research. And I am typically far more invested in helping those I encounter and have an interest in achieve their goals. Mine are few and far between.
Well,
As you know, we met because I was assisting Malia and Stalwart and Korvaki at the time with what they wanted.
Mets. Good way of putting it.
we met because you were helping some not-so-savory creatures nearby where I had established my home.
Ah. I was never certain what happened to them.
I'm not attributing intent. I know who you are. We've worked together for quite a while now.
The Coven.
Yes.
That was not a question of morality. That was a question of capability.
That capability put a lot of innocent people at risk.
And yet, it produced the group you now travel with.
Freaking silver tongue.
While it did, do we know how many others were hurt with it? Again, the point is, as someone who has hurt a lot of people chasing his own endeavors,
It is a perspective I value and appreciate, but one you need not to concern yourself with.
never mind. I was going to roll for insight.
No roll. There's always a chance he'll get in that one. He didn't.
True.
He
Yeah,
rolled a
big-
16
Okay.
on the die.
9.
Yeah. And for the record, these could be persuasion checks. You don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I roll regardless when you roll insight.
Okay.
It's just whether it's persuasion or deception that I keep so that you don't know. One way or the
Gotcha.
Yeah, that definitely implies intent.
other. Yeah, so that's why I will always roll, and I will always have someone roll opposing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I find that when, especially those with a shorter lifespan, such as yourself, are confronted with danger, there always seem to be a select few that stand up. I wouldn't say that it was the sole intent of my interactions with the Coven to create such circumstances, but it was certainly an added benefit. My dealings with the Coven were an interest in a scientific endeavor. Malia held a grudge against a certain bronze dragon and wanted something done as a result. I had interest to see whether the few scant writings I had heard about dragon blood being used to empower magic rituals was true. The hags wanted power that would quickly be taken from them if they did even the smallest thing with it, which it was by you.
Question.
Yep.
As a player, would I know if utilizing dragon's blood is a common practice?
Make an Arcana check.
Come on, Ray. You got advantage on those now.
17 twice, so that's a 26.
26. It is not... theoretically, it would work. It is not common by any means.
Okay.
It is definitely akin to how scientists today would look at alchemy from the Renaissance period, where it's like, and if it did work, it was archaic. It isn't something. It's definitely not something that a modern magic user would pursue actively most of the time. But in theory, Draconic is the language of magic. Dragons are inherently magical creatures. Miranova was the goddess of dragons and magic. There's such close ties that it's like, it was typically deemed either to the risks outweighed the benefits for most people, and that was to such a degree that it wasn't even known if it really worked because it was pursued by few enough people.
Okay.
But in theory, that would make sense.
Okay.
So knowing what you know of Seravina,
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Dragon's blood, is that something that can be utilized in a potent form?
Indeed, as I discovered, thanks to my dealings with the Coven.
What could that be used for?
Any number of things. It's most useful for interplanar magic, though.
So, like, transportation?
Transportation, summoning, anything like that.
What can you summon with dragon's blood?
Well, the hags decided to summon monsters.
So in a more concentrated, or in a larger volume, you could summon something more powerful? Or is that not how that works?
Theoretically, but the amount you would need for such an endeavor would be... Well, I doubt... There are very few creatures in the world that would be more dangerous than the amount of dragons you would have to kill to get that much blood.
Well, that makes sense. Well, I think I've picked your brain enough, but I do appreciate you being honest with me.
Yes, when Einar was last here, he asked me about something. I expected a similar question.
What did he ask you about?
You'll be able to ask him yourself soon enough.
That's fair, yes. I have picked your brain enough, as I said.
Did have something for you, if you'd like it.
I don't know. What do you got?
And he whispers a word in Draconic, so you recognize it as a command to bring something forth, given to his unseen servants.
Okay.
And you watch as they kind of bring out a pedestal, and there is a bowl that is filled with molten bronze. As I was made aware of your progress and your success, I kept an ear to the ground of any armor that might be of interest.
Okay. What is this?
This is known as molten bronze skin.
Did you make this up?
Nope.
This is a thing?
Mythic Odysseys of Theros.
Is this like a...
This magical armor appears as a jug of molten bronze. When you attune to it, the bronze adheres and contours to your skin. The armor can be worn under normal clothes, but it doesn't impede bodily functions. Once you put it on, it can't be removed unless you choose to do so. While wearing the armor, you have a resistance to fire damage, and the armor also doesn't impose disadvantage on stealth checks.
Oh.
So this can be worn underneath armor
Underneath clothes.
or underneath clothes. Okay.
It is
Okay.
armor. And due to the feature from your armorer, it would still...
Transition into the power armor?
No, it
Or
would,
You
what?
can use it as power armor, but it would still give you your hand.
That's right.
It doesn't have a bonus to it, but it does give you resistance to fire damage, which is pretty good.
It is pretty.
so he's gonna be.
It does
walking
require
around-
attunement, so you'd have to unattune to one of the items, probably the cloak.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
It's absolutely the cloak.
So
What are the
Can that be worn with other armor?
well,
No.
probably not. What are the requirements of this armor?
Doesn't matter.
specifically?
Your artificer removes
Attunement.
anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's just attunement. It doesn't have a without attunement. Does it have a strength requirement?
Yes.
Okay,
But you can't, it's molten bronze, you can't wear it without attunement.
that's fair.
That'd be hot.
You came to me after you lost your hand. And because you came here, any hope of salvaging it was gone. But I think this might help.
I don't know how I can thank you for this.
Well, you've also just brought me a very interesting prospective new employee.
That's also a good point.
So I would call it even.
All right. Thank you.
And he will help you get prepared to spend the short rest that was required to attune.
Yep.
I assume you take off the... What armor do you have?
I have the adamantine. I'm gonna put it in the bag of holding.
Got it. Cool. So you put the adamantine armor in the bag of holding.
Yep.
You're expending hit die.
8.
Yeah, you're rolling well.
13. 16.
Why'd you have to talk?
Sorry,
17.
dice. Roll back as we were.
18. 23. 28.
Let's see if it works now.
Incredible. 29.
Without fail, every single time Will has talked, Ryan has rolled a 1 for his hit dice.
That about sums it up.
I'm rolling the D8. Shut your mouth.
What if I speak?
You I don't care about.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Why?
It did well.
Yeah,
I like
that's
your voice.
35. Okay, 39 and 40.
Nice. 40 hit points is not bad, though.
No. That's literally all my hit die.
Yep.
Does it bring you past bloodied? Are you no longer?
Oh yeah, I'm way past bloodied.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so, as you
I forget how squishy you are.
yes, I will.
He is squishy.
Squeaky.
No squishy man.
As you
Dislike.
as you finish your short rest, you kind of just you've taken off the adamantine, and it's the first time you've done that in a while, and all of a sudden this phantom pain returns in your hand.
That's right.
And the place where it had to be removed and cut off, there's a sudden shock of pain as the armor is no longer providing you with an artificial sensation. Seravina is standing with you, and he instructs you to place your hand, the one you have left,
Yeah, which other one would I place?
into the molten bronze.
Is it safe?
Should be.
Listen, you didn't care about your other hand.
He goes, all right, cool. I get my hand back.
And so
Sticks
you
his
place
hand
your
in.
hand into it, and you watch as it flows over your skin. It is warm, but not searing hot. And as it covers the entirety of your body, giving you a new skin made of a shining bronze.
Yeah, he
You
got
like
a
his
tan.
face and stuff?
Huh?
Do I look like him?
I do have bronze skin. Yeah.
You do have brown skin.
You're
Little
just
bit.
tan.
Except you
That's
are,
my excuse when I get back. I went to a tanning bed.
Yeah.
Like wow,
and
that
you
worked
watch
fast.
as it reaches the end of your right arm and keeps flowing down as if covering something that is no longer there,
Nice.
forming an articulate hand exactly as you remember it.
Nice.
And you realize
Nice.
you can feel.
Ooh.
The molten bronze armor does not impede bodily functions, and because of the artificer feature, it replaces any removed limbs. You have full function as if you still had your hand. because of
Wow.
this.
Holy crap.
You can feel
That's cool.
textures, temperature, everything.
You weren't without a hand for that long.
It's technically hollow. You can go tink, tink, tink.
I was gonna say that was what Riz was gonna test.
See, here's the problem. Now I'm trying to think of ways to augment the armor and incorporate other things with it. Like adamantine.
Unfortunately, you can't combine the two
Why not?
because you can't wear more than one set of armor.
This can just be,
Residual.
this is just your casual armor. Whenever you need a hand, it's like, all right, we're good to go.
But
But regardless, somewhere
regardless,
fancy, it's like shiny skin. Can't go wrong.
What's the AC of that armor?
I don't know.
Your
It's not
armor
in my
class
inventory yet.
is it is now. You can refresh your page.
Refreshing. Okay.
So in your power armor, it was 26?
It was 27
27.
because the adamantine didn't give you any extra bonus.
Nope. It was just plate armor.
Yep.
What I liked about it was fuck off with your crits.
Yep. But now you have resistance to fire damage.
That is nice.
One of
Yep.
the most popular damage types.
Is it?
Fire
Yeah.
damage?
Think about you
okay, I
and
was about to
Makoto.
say.
Fireball.
Well, to be fair, most of Makoto's damage is received from herself. So
Yeah,
Doesn't
we all-
matter. Resistance to fire damage would be very helpful for her then.
That's true.
Can't go wrong there. Where's the lie?
Oh, this is pretty cool.
Now you can actually design Ray with an outfit as opposed to just having to put him in a full suit of mech armor.
True.
No.
And you get to give him literal bronze skin.
Dang.
It looks creepy. I've accidentally hit the metal thing on Hero Forge for the skin. It's alright.
So I'm gonna be walking around looking like a big shiny or a little shiny boy. Is that what's happening?
It's not uncommon in like this is a rare magic item, but it's a city of you've been in Eris, you've been surrounded by Warforged and constructs and all sorts of things. So this is actually like way less jarring than it would otherwise be.
Got it.
It won't be for Aris and Einar when Ray
Well,
comes
you guys have
back.
been spending a few months here too.
No, but it'll be a joke
Oh, to see
him.
to see him like that,
Yes.
yes.
This will
Oh.
be interesting.
I already have several ideas for
Can I
this.
sleep with this on?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
No, this isn't like my shadow where I can retract it, right? This is like it's
I
always
mean, he
on.
can.
Okay.
Really? Interesting. Well, I don't know why I would. Cause
One of the features of the Artificer is that you can take it off as an action,
Well, I mean, if
whatever
I guess
armor you're wearing.
if you want, you
no.
can-
I'm literally gonna do armor switches like in RuneScape. That's what I can do.
Let me. No, because you can only do that with your power armor, and you can only have one armor chosen as your power armor.
It's unfortunate.
I have to make. Do I have to make this one my power armor?
If you don't want to use the strength requirement,
Oh, that's right.
yep,
Yeah, I need that.
yep,
You be a wizard.
yeah. So because the features of your arcane armor is that if it normally has a strength requirement, it lacks that requirement for you. You can
Yeah.
use the armor as your spellcasting focus. It attaches to you and can't be removed against your will, and you can put it on or take it off as an action. Yo.
Can he still like take it off if he enters like a magical field? Can that go in a magical field?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what happens if I go in an anti-magic field?
We'll find out.
No. I want to make an Arcana check to know
By
what
my
happens.
hand.
Sure, make an Arcana check.
That's that's right. You have advantage.
26.
26.
It's a magic item.
I would say.
Tell you what, I rolled for it. Figure it out later.
Survey says.
No, I'm making a decision. The nature of it would still be on you. It wouldn't just fall off of you, but it would no longer provide any like. It would be it would be basically be like your skin, like soft.
Shiny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
So it wouldn't immediately encase him like a statue, and he'd be like,
Oh
No.
my god.
That would be great.
It would be
Freaking hero.
it would be more likely to just fall off your body.
That's what I was thinking, though.
But the only problem is that
That's
it
nice.
might.
It's not helpful.
For a 26,
there is
you got
a
it might.
chance that it might.
I think I prefer it just like softening, because it still like adheres to your skin regardless through both, and that is technically a magical feature, but it's also like kind of defeats the point to. Yeah,
Hey.
I feel like it could be taken off of you. It could be like
Peeled off.
yeah,
Ew.
but
Orange.
Hey, you literally have an Iron Man suit now. It's like someone succeeds on that strength.
Bronze man for the win.
Hey,
Yeah.
we got the new bronze man.
Bronze boy.
I'll end up becoming full shadow eventually, one day maybe.
So we got bronze, we got shadow. What the hell are you gonna be?
Starlight.
Ah.
Shiny.
I like calling him radiant. better.
Sounds like a drag name. I accept it.
So wait a second. We have light, we have darkness, and we have metal. That's weird. You two go together, and I'm just over here like.
And then over here is spite.
Was because. See, it's because Riss and Einar are fun. Ray is no fun at all. So
He's stiff.
that's why he
I'm
stays
a lot
over
of
there.
fun. I took you to the realm of
Okay,
gods.
technically, no. You know what it is? It's
Careful.
good and evil, and metal is law, and Makoto is chaos.
There we go. I like
There
that.
we go.
I like it.
You two are not good and evil, but you're kind of representing.
We're both shifting towards good and evil, respectively.
Yes, Einar is little less of a good person than he was
Yeah.
at the beginning of this campaign.
That's unfortunate. I'm losing my friend.
No, you're not. He's just becoming powerful.
I'm
That's
losing
all
my
that's
friend.
happening.
Riss is just becoming sneaky.
No, he's not.
And an ass.
For
some. For some. a
Riss
stick up
has
the ass.
always been both.
Yes.
Riss has been what suits him,
Let me tell you, yes, that is very accurate.
and what's funny.
Also very true.
After he sees you, fully decked out, I believe it suits you.
I should hope so. It's a suit.
You beat me by like 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
A worthy investment. Now, shall we get you back to your friends?
Yes, please. Makoto's probably freaking out right now, even though I told her.
Yes, and it would have been during the course of the
You
Short
would
rest?
sneeze.
the short rest that you received the sending.
Got it.
And the premonition that someone was talking about you.
See, I just expected at this point. Like half of the day is you all talking bad about me.
Talking bad, that is harsh. We're just talking. Bad just happens to happen.
You hush. And as he dons the crown of the traveler once more, a portal opens up, and you all see Ray walk through, looking shiny.
You see Risk, like, wise wine, crack a grin and go, Einar, did you order the Ray automaton?
I did not. That is not something I desired.
Makoto, is this your replacement father?
You know, that's not
You
a
think
bad
that if I
idea.
could have gotten one of those, I would have gone through all this trouble?
Fair point. You take all the fun out of joking. Although I will
This is
admit,
way more entertaining than your joke ever was.
Oof. Harsh.
that's subjective.
True, but harsh.
Einar, how dare you?
Welcome back.
Greetings. I am Ray's replacement.
Ray's
How can I help you?
Make
Ow,
a dexterity saving throw.
fuck.
I'm not kidding.
Make a what?
Dexterity saving throw.
No. 10.
It does not beat her 20 DC.
Good gracious.
That's unfortunate.
You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as a mug just... Tung! There's a metallic ringing sound as it just...
Reaction shield. The ward takes it.
Is there a dent on his face? now?
It's not an attack. It's a saving throw.
I can't. Wait, what? What? No, I should be able to do a reaction.
You just got mugged,
I know.
son.
I know that it's going
Why
to
is that
be
in you?
regardless, but
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
still-
Shield
I
is
got
a reaction
caught.
to an attack.
Do what?
Shield is a reaction to an attack.
That's
You can't like shield against like fireball.
Yeah, that'd be very handy.
Stop it over. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, this isn't a armor
One
class
reaction
thing.
when you take when you're hit by an attack or targeted by the magic missile spell. Oh, that's not the magic missile spell.
Nope.
Damn it. Okay, fine. How much? 13?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not bloodied, but I'm close.
You said you weren't going anywhere.
He took me to talk. I said that we'd be right back. I didn't know how long it would take. I'm back. I didn't go anywhere. I'm back.
You're becoming a
I told-
silver-tongued Seravina, my friend.
Be quiet over there. I told you I wouldn't leave you again.
How rude.
Watching you.
It's.
How can you not? You're shiny.
Yeah, by the way,
Oh yeah, Seravina had a gift.
Yes, your skin is looks a little bit more like mine now.
Got some sunlight.
We could be twins.
Einar immediately like envelops the shadow and then looks at Ray while he is entirely covered in shadow and goes, "No."
Well, I can't
And
do that.
Einar walks away.
Have I seen that before? No.
No.
So, you do that. This is the first time Ray has seen this.
Scare the Browns off him.
And he goes, "What the hell happened to you?"
No.
Well, you've
Shiny
never
person
seen that?
first.
I
No,
mean,
he's been away.
we both have some new tricks,
Children's.
apparently.
This is a magical item that Seravina gave me. Einar, what happened?
Oh, I am a magical item.
Interesting.
I'm sure many women would say that, yes.
Where's the lie, Makoto?
I don't know what to say to that.
Explain why you look like a walking shadow.
And Einar,
That doesn't make any sense. I'm concerned here.
you're in
Einar.
a bar called the Wandering Shadow.
Einar retracts.
You look like this place's namesake. What happened?
It's the
Well,
mascot. It was a good pay.
Shut up, Briss.
How rude.
First, you tell me I have a second daughter. Now you're BSing me about what happened here.
You
In a-
may
in a-
have a second daughter.
In a
He
in a
doesn't.
quieter voice. Thank you. In a quieter voice.
She would know.
Did something happen with the mark?
Something's always happening with the mark.
Explain.
Hey, Noah as a player does not remember how I got this power. Can you remind me?
You drank Varro's-
Ryan as a player remembers.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
happened after you,
Drank
in the
Varro's
Dreamscape,
blood.
you got his blood.
Okay,
didn't
that was
drink
a
it.
while ago.
Oh yeah, it was on the skin.
Yeah.
It was like 10 episodes ago.
That's how long I've been gone.
Wow.
Kudo was there for that.
Was it real? Wow.
That initiated
That
the...
happened. No, that happened. The night that dream happened was the last night Ray was with you.
Ah, okay.
It happened
you
after
never... No, because wasn't he...
you left the next morning.
I thought he was dropped off at the cave after that dream.
No,
No,
that was
no,
after
no,
the
that
second
was-
dream.
Okay.
That wasn't after the second dream. That was after the heist.
Yeah.
Got it.
'Cause
That's
I-
right. That's right. The other
I
shark.
skipped jail
Lots that
and
happened.
talked to Varro. He killed me, brought me back, and then went yoink and threw me
Gotcha.
where I needed to be. Because he's
Yep.
like, "You're
Right.
taking too long. Speed things up."
Pretty much, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, you didn't do that before I left.
Mm.
And as you catch each other up, we're gonna take a short break
All right.
because I gotta go to the bathroom.
Einar holds out his arm and then shows as like some of the blood darkens in his veins, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I have the blood of a god now,
No.
and a titan."
I'm concerned.
Oh, don't be. It's great. I'm incredibly powerful now.
At what cost?
Ray, don't worry. I'm still an ass and still the same person.
You, I don't expect to change.
You know, wait. We need to find something to get you some more power.
Trust me. I got.
Do you want to follow Varro?
No, I have a hand and I got my eyes. That's enough. Do I want to?
I'm just saying.
I would say the brass on you, but he's got all the brass now.
I don't think that's brass. I think
Are you
it's,
turning into a Javaro's witness now?
it's a pyramid scheme. I
know.
make more money the more people I get in it.
I know. Don't come at me preaching religion. Okay.
Aren't you the one who's bound to two gods?
No. I am in service to the Fey Queen.
Aren't they gods?
Which,
Interesting.
you
They're
know,
a separate category.
out of curiosity, you haven't really serviced the Fey Queens, have
that
you?
you
Not since-
know of.
Are you do? Is he taking a side hustle?
I think he is.
But
Are you taking a side hustle?
My entire life has been side hustles.
He's just not very good at
Are
that.
we a side hustle?
No, you're the main hustle right now.
Right
There's a
now.
brief interlude where
No,
Zara
no,
was-
Einar, you are black. Stop trying to change the subject.
I mean, what else is there to say? I have the blood of a god now,
How?
and a titan. God and a Titan.
It's an important part.
How?
What do you mean, God and a Titan?
Because he's a god and a Titan.
It's kind of like how the Fae are like gods, but like separate.
So
Well,
God is
okay.
in there powerful,
Yes.
but Titan is in that's his actual.
to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. My theory, okay, hear me out. My theory,
It's a good theory.
Briss,
You've told me this before. I'm just saying.
Let him speak. I'm concerned.
so my theory right now, I don't know if I've told you my latest thoughts on it. So
Oh, okay.
listen. So my thoughts are potentially much in the same way that I don't want to call the Mark and Harold a symbiote on me, but I watching Varro's face change from a shriveled mess to somebody who honestly didn't look much different than me, minus he had hair, makes me wonder if God and Titan, if he's two beings combined right now. Or if he is, I mean, it could be that he just changed and then took another title because he was like, shoot, why don't I be a god killer too? I could be a god and a god killer.
Ooh,
Who
God
knows?
Killer. That has a fun ring to it.
Yeah. Well, that's what a Titan is, right?
So does he
Ah,
want to kill just the gods who imprisoned him, or all of the gods?
Look, I gotta be honest. He doesn't want to tell me shit.
We'll probably only know once he kills the ones he wants to kill, and then we'll figure it out.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to take a wild guess and assume that he wants to destroy every plane and encase the entire planar existence in shadow.
He doesn't want to destroy it.
What does he want to do?
He wants... I don't know if I should tell Ray this. I don't think he's going to be happy if I tell him this.
Hey, you're in this deep.
You're literally sitting in front of me as a shadow and just started to tell me what his actual plan is. The fact that you know what his actual plan is and won't tell me.
I feel
It's
like
very
there's a
concerning.
joke here. A rock talking to the shade. But I'll think about that.
First of all, I'm not a rock. I'm a metal. Get it right. You're a
My
nature
body.
person. Shouldn't you know this?
Yes, I know.
We
it.
determined earlier, you weren't here, but we determined earlier, he is not very intelligent.
No, we were neither of us very intelligent.
Well, I mean, I established that I'm not intelligent. We all know
yes.
I'm not intelligent.
Well, it's
But
also
I am...
I have my moments.
You have... Okay, we all have moments.
This
You
is true.
just now determined that you're not intelligent.
Oh, no, I've known. I've just now
Not
determined
you.
that he makes me look intelligent.
Hey, I
That was a true statement
kind
and
of
you
have
cannot
to.
deny it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that statement.
I was about to ask for for Makoto for her input, then I went, "All right, she's not here."
Makoto went to the restroom. She'll be back in a minute.
And then I was like, "Oh, I'll go with Salon." Salon's not here either.
Keen, what do you think?
Keen, back me up.
I'm sorry.
Riss is unintelligent.
I'm of average intelligence.
Tomater.
He has a
Mechanically
good sense of
speaking.
humor.
Thank you.
Good. Ill-timed.
You're just often on the receiving end of it, my friend.
Depends on...
Depends on when you're willing to receive it.
Receive it. Good one.
His are better.
No.
But that one was close.
Thank you, Keen. She's my favorite now. Don't tell Makoto
Wow.
I said that.
I thought... never mind. That's fine. I'm not hurt.
Are you offended?
No. No.
It's okay. I know. It's okay. Don't worry. Why don't you just calm down and take a moment and tell me everything about Varro?
That
That was
doesn't make me calm.
That was manipulative.
It was, but you know what?
Yes, it was, because he's talking about the blood of a god
You know,
in him.
Riss, I have to say, I actually appreciate his gumption in trying to manipulate me. Not that I appreciate you trying to manipulate me, but it was a good
I'm
play.
just saying, it's very
It was a good play.
Seravina of
Then
him.
let me be forward.
It is kind of Seravina
I know.
of him. Yes.
Should I worry?
Oh, most certainly. I know that's not what you want to hear, but you
No,
definitely
no.
should.
I need to know. So what does Varro plan to do?
From what I can tell, he wants to take over this realm. He wants to lord over it, not destroy it. but I'm not really sure why. And I don't.
So it's
There's
another
something-
being with a friggin' power complex.
God complex, yes, very much.
Well, he is one,
Well-
but
It was a joke. I know. It was a joke.
you see, sometimes I. am
My
unintelligent.
intelligence shines through my humor.
Yes.
Yes.
It doesn't bother you that you're following someone like that.
No, I'm not. I'm not bothered by it.
Even if the means include genocide?
See, here's the thing. I don't think that he's himself.
You think this dual personality is a curse of some kind?
I'm not sure if it's a curse. It could be.
Hang on,
But
I need
it's-
to make a roll real quick.
Is this something I have to roll against? This is
No.
17.
17? Okay, no. That was a flat intelligence check to remember something. Or you think maybe this is a damaged psyche from losing Miranova?
Potentially.
Oh yes, I forgot that was one of the options.
Yes, because we have
I'm
the
still in the
running
camp
theory.
that he kind of killed Miranova, but that's all I know.
Based off of his reaction, I don't think so. I'm more of the mindset that they were based off of a vision I had. I think they were a thing, and thus.
Staring open mouthed at them right now.
But it could be a thing, and he destroyed. Anyways, sorry. Continue with your theory.
Well, that's always possible.
Yes.
Who was it?
Don't worry about it.
Makoto's in the bathroom.
Watch the episode.
Tell me, yeah, that?
the brass on you.
Look, there's nothing I can hide from you, but I can choose what.
Or I can make you tell me.
Whoa!
Ray is having.
What are you gonna do? Cast Dominate Person?
I mean,
I'll just keep giving psychic damage.
that's true. Einar will progressively each minute take another point of psychic damage until he's eventually dead.
Varro says enough talking about this.
What are you?
We're hypothesizing theories about what Varro may have used to be or why he is the way he is.
Ray now knows that Einar has the blood of a god in him.
Yeah, I had to explain all that.
You guys know we're on break, right?
No,
Yeah,
no,
we know.
we're not.
Okay.
We've all been in character this whole time.
Yeah, we have actually.
Keep going. I'm putting something in the microwave.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Okay.
And this is why Keen is staring open mouthed at you all right now. Completely
Oh, yeah, 'cause-
shocked.
'cause you haven't really been filming. You're just like, what are these guys talking about? The blood of a god and a titan.
Actually, that's not the craziest part.
No, they start talking about Miranova. That's when she's like,
Yes.
Yeah.
huh?
But the. Oh, you can ask her about her backstory. All right. You guys were having a conversation without me.
That's
Please feel
right,
free to
we
continue.
were.
You have
Yeah,
theories,
yeah.
apparently.
We do have
Okay.
theories.
Where did we stop? Okay.
This is totally random, actually, and I think this is in character. I have concerns about Seravina.
What kind of?
Really?
Shocking, I know, but
Well, aren't you? Isn't he the one that was like, "Oh, we should go. We should go
Yes.
check out Seravina.
Yes.
Seravina's gonna be our
Yes.
patron. He's gonna give us money and stuff and power."
Yep.
yes,
And he has, and it's been great.
exactly. But that doesn't discount the fact that he might be clean sane.
So am I.
I know.
I'm sorry.
No.
When have you ever gone to therapy? You can't be clinically anything.
Yeah. You're just straight up insane, buddy.
That's true. That's true. Einar is just insane.
Versus just,
Anyway,
no.
I have a theory that the reason why he invests in people as much as he does is he's trying to create groups of individuals who are strong enough to defeat some imposing threat.
Okay.
Imposing, impending. Yeah.
Aren't we trying to get stronger to be able to destroy
He
an
doesn't
impending
care
threat?
who gets strong.
Well, that makes sense. He chose my sister after all.
Exactly.
If
Just
it benefits
I love
us,
you, Malia,
I
if
see
you're
no
listening.
issue.
There's a big moral issue. There's especially when it comes to protecting the innocent. He's okay with expending lives if they suit his goal, and that's not
You
okay
came
with me.
from a military background. Isn't that what happens in war?
I left.
Technically, he got banished, but yes.
No. I left. It was because I left that he removed everything that he'd given me.
That's right.
Because I took a look around at the senseless death, the unnecessary lives lost, kids, children, running around, following orders from people they'd never met, who didn't care about who their names were, their families, or anything about them. They were merely pawns. And I have a problem with that. Every life, and he looks directly at Einar, every soul
Oi.
has value, and it should be protected.
Well, if we're counting currency in terms of souls, Einar's a wealthy man.
Wealthier than most, but not wealthy yet.
The yet is what concerns me.
I don't have 5 souls hanging around.
I have
That's
half
why I
of
said wealthier than most.
Look, I have half of one. He's got way more than I do. Still.
Right.
I'm unsure what his end goals are. But he was talking about using dragon's blood for summoning rituals and...
Well, that was a... To clarify, he didn't say that he was interested in doing it. It
He was
was more of a...
interested in
he
watching
he
it.
didn't
and
even know if it would work or not, and
Right.
he wanted to find out.
Yeah.
He
He's
tests
he is a scientist.
Yeah.
Yes, I was not particularly pleased.
Doesn't
to
necessarily mean that every
remember
experiment that he conducts is ethical.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Never
Right.
has been.
No. His don't know what his end goals are, and that is. I've used the word concerning a lot tonight, and I need to stop doing that. But I'm concerned.
As far as I'm aware, that's your favorite word.
Ray, let me be completely real with you. At this point in time, there is nothing about that concerns me. We have bigger matters to attend to.
Unless he's somehow involved in these bigger matters.
Like the fact that you're bronze. I have a question as well. Tell me, does it extend over your entire body?
So, what does concern you?
That was rude.
So was your
It was.
question.
It was not. It was a curious question.
Curiosity killed the piece of shit Riss.
No, Riss has 9 lives.
Just find out yourself.
What I
Pretty sure
am
you've already lost
concerned-
quite a few of them.
I'm gonna make a stealth check on that.
Please do. That was glorious.
That is 15.
Perception.
Passive perception is. I heard it. Russell, give a slight nod.
I love that Keen is just looking at the three of you as just
weirdos.
Also,
Makoto is just kind of
She's used to this
quietly
by now.
filling you in on minor details of yeah, that's a thing. Yes, it worries all of us too, but we can't do anything about it
What are
at
y'all
the moment.
talking about?
Bentley.
Apparently, Makoto and Keen are...
You full black,
Yes,
you know,
yeah,
that
I
whole
figured.
situation.
That, yeah.
Just
also
filling
Ray,
you in with minor details.
as he
20.
remembering. As he looked at Keen. In trade for learning the location of the third book and taking us to the vault, Keen will use one of the books for a question.
I'm okay
Oh,
with
yes.
Okay.
that. She can use my question.
Well, she could
Okay.
also use mine. Either one. We have 2 questions essentially.
Right. Do you all have the books?
Riss will hold up his hand and. Yep, right here.
All right. Do we want to spread them out, or do you want me to take them?
No, I like mine, and he's gonna make it disappear.
Okay, you can keep it. The problem is, if one of us gets lost or pulled away, and we don't have all 3 of the books, that could potentially be an issue.
True.
What are you asking?
I had taken the one that
Kudo gave it to
Kudo
you. Yeah.
had.
Ray doesn't know that. He's talking to those 2.
So does that mean I have 2 on me now?
No, you just got one.
Okay, that's right.
I don't have
Because
one.
Ray has the one from the race.
Oh, that's
Yep.
right. Ray has the one for the race.
Riss has the one from the museum. And you have the one from the library.
Sorry, Einar. You don't get a hold one.
It's okay.
You're the main one that has a question too.
Einar like summons the whip, holds it up, and
To
goes,
be
"I've got something else."
To be fair,
fine."
it's probably
best.
I don't know what would happen if Einar claimed one of those books. Because I'm not convinced it would stay on you.
Yeah, I get that.
The last time you held a very powerful magical artifact, it was no longer there the next time you looked.
That's true. Yeah, it's probably for the best. Let's
Carrying on.
So, Einar, do you want to hold one of the books, or...
No, I'm good.
Okay.
That's fine.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened with the shard.
He doesn't.
Oh, he
But
doesn't.
he will never know.
He also doesn't know.
He will never know. All right.
Hey,
This is going to be a conversation that Einar is going to have with Riss, where Einar
better
basically
have it
pulls
soon.
Riss over into like an alley and goes, "Riss, you must not tell Ray."
Noah. So how did obtaining the second book go?
Einar doesn't say a word for a minute and goes, "You know,
I'm gonna
I
try."
wasn't really present for that, so I actually don't know.
So
I think it went well because we ended up with it."
Rish, you got it yourself?
I did. It was a very good steal. I had help from that lady that was very interested in you, though.
She wasn't interested in me. She was interested in knowing what I knew.
Well, that's still
And then if you
interested
want
in
to...
you.
I think that would be a good prompt for what you...
Yes.
Yep.
As that is mentioned about the second book, Keen would wander towards the entrance and just kind of peek out of the tavern at
Make
the
a perception
streets. Because, we have some wanted people in the group, and we don't know how long we're going to stay undercover.
What do you mean wanted?
She's not saying that out loud.
Oh, she's not. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think...
You already
No.
know that.
No, I don't.
Can I go
Not
with
yet.
my passive?
Remember, he met us here.
Because it's too high.
No, I thought.
Nope, not yet. Oh no, wait, yeah. Makoto
as
did.
you're making a...
Makoto
if you are
told me.
standing watch, you can use your passive. As you are looking around, what you roll?
I rolled a 23. But my passive is 26.
Good.
Honey, do you think guards are hiding?
Well, see, in a dark place like this, there are also hired people who have the correct skill sets to properly...
Sure. But they would
Spy.
not be working for the law. Most likely.
I mean, we're with,
Hey, if I cast
But
greater invisibility at a higher
Those
level,
who
then
follow
I
the law often have a lot of money.
and make more than one thing invisible.
What does it say on the spell description?
You or a creature you touch become invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person. That's it.
Then no.
Oh, that kind of sucks. Okay. Well,
It's alright. I can disappear.
well, you do that, and I'll make Einar invisible.
I'll help.
Never mind. It only lasts for a minute.
With a 23 on perception,
26.
not passive.
It's alright.
Also, 23 is 3 lower than 26, not 2.
Well, I'm not good at math.
It's hard to argue
Alright.
with that.
that is hard to argue.
We accept that. Moving on.
You do not see any guards. You are in literally a lower level of the city. It's not that there's no guard presence in this district, for lack of a better term, but it's definitely reduced. You definitely don't see, if you watch for a minute, you might eventually see someone, but
There are no active eyes in our direction.
not that you can see.
How about within the tavern?
Within the tavern, it's almost empty.
Sure.
Given your shenanigans,
Lunch rush is over.
Solana was just like, they're really not going to be in town for much longer. Let's give them a little bit of space. Which is why you have yet to be interrupted in the past hour and a half.
Of our own chaos.
Man, I appreciate Salon.
Ron's a bro.
Yeah.
We'll have to send him a nice fruit basket or something.
Solana is, he's great. So, you are all together once more. You have what you need.
The OGs have returned. Well,
I never left.
yeah,
And
just me. I'm back.
Makoto was going to ask, so, what's the plan?
Einar looks over at Ray.
Son of a bitch.
Plan. We're
Okay.
screw-ups. We don't think we do.
We plan.
And that has had such wonderful results thus far.
Well, I mean,
yes.
it's gotten us this far.
I got a book. Did I not?
Well, obviously, the next thing that we have to do is get to this.
Riss, you're on the wanted list in a major city.
Ray has a passive investigation of 24.
Minor detail.
He and Makoto have seen some sort of notification, I'm certain.
that's true.
Oh yeah, no,
While
we
walking through
established
the
this.
city.
Well, we established this last time that when I sent the message to Ray that Makoto had been keeping up with stuff and already knew that I
Yes.
was wanted.
Correct.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah, so we know. So,
Yeah.
with
Technically, only Einar is wanted.
Well, I think
No,
all
they
of
saw
us
his
is
face.
Einar's the big one that they want. Though.
Yes, you would have a
In
higher
multiple
bounty
ways.
at the moment.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
planning.
Salon said there was going to...
What?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. All I know is they're fine here. I can walk around without being arrested, which is nice. We have all 3 books. So, next stop is the vault.
And
Your friend is the portals. Do we have the opportunity to use them to get there?
that also, let's not forget Korvaki.
Oh.
He will be there. So, if we wanted to, it might be beneficial to bring along some assistance. But, unfortunately, was it Malia and Stalwart are currently in?
It is KO. And
KO.
KO and Stalwart.
KO and Stalwart are in paradise at the moment.
Well, going off of Keen's idea, we go to Seravina. We have at least 2 for backup, and we hold them off to the side.
I'm of the opinion that we don't ask Seravina for help for this one.
Not Seravina. Malia and Kudo.
I was thinking a different trio.
Oh, are you talking about my Rangers?
No, Riss, I'm not talking about your Rangers, nor will I ever speak of them ever again.
Ugh,
Did they all make it out
Ever.
They did!
They did.
All
Wow.
of it. We are not bringing that fanatical gnome anywhere near these books.
Listen.
Anyway, I'm talking about the Camarites.
Oh, Avane. I missed that, man. I knew exactly who you meant to. I just wanted to mention the Rangers.
I love it. I love it. I loved the collective O.
Because you guys are currently right about here on the river. Crimson Academy is just right there.
Well, that's not necessarily close, but it's close-ish.
Well, there's also a train that goes all the way to like here.
And then we have a boat.
We do have a boat, which means
Okay, that boat.
You also have
Yeah, we got a sugar daddy. We know.
portals.
I don't want the boat. I don't want the boat.
We don't want the boat. Seravina.
Are you suggesting we use Seravina to port us around?
You have a boat.
Yes, I own a boat and it's fantastic.
What are you talking about
That's-
suggesting?
no,
That's what you've been doing.
Big blue boat.
I don't want.
Where is this boat?
We're
a good
having
question for the
we're having a
owner.
tiff in our relationship right now. If
Ray,
you all want,
if
if
you-
you want, we can use the portals.
Yes, we will
Okay,
use the portals.
we'll use the portals. Would you like to send a message to our Camarite friends and see if they're available?
Shoot. I guess I could because I do remember who Samir is, right?
Yeah,
So
Was he a cleric too, or was he a paladin?
no, he was.
they were all reflections of y'all. They weren't.
I remember that because
one-to-one.
Avane was the first time I played a blood hunter, and I was
Yep.
very confused.
And you know what? I know exactly how to pay them.
He was a paladin.
Yeah,
We
that's
have
what I
we have an extra question, don't we? That we're not going to use.
Well, I mean, we could.
We could offer that, or
We could.
we could.
I thought you had
figure
a
out-
question.
We could also
No.
pay them.
Oh, Mike, Ray's done, dude.
No, did it? You're in Ray. Ray's done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't he? You mentioned this, so I'm going to bring it up just because you mentioned it.
What I mentioned.
You mentioned asking about Seravina.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Don't tell him that.
Yeah, don't
Never
mention
mind.
that.
We don't have a question to give.
Hey, we need your help to ask
We
a
can always
question that's
pay
very
money.
personal.
We can. Yes, we can. We can definitely pay money. We can get lots of money.
You're not. You're not. Not.
Good
taking
idea,
out another-
Einar. That's a fantastic idea that you have there.
He's just jealous
I'm
because
proud
you're
of
richer
you.
in souls.
No, I'm not jealous at all.
I know you're not.
Ray, I did miss you. I'm not sure I do anymore.
That's okay. You're stuck with me.
Ray, I still miss you.
Fuck
I
you.
wish you would come back to us.
Shut the fuck up.
Instead, we get this shiny bronze thing.
Unnecessary.
It's very, very
not.
unnecessary.
Oh, yes.
But that's the point. Yeah. Well, again, this shiny bronze skin was a gift from Seravina.
So okay, all right. So let me get this straight.
you
You
want-
accepted a gift from Seravina 5 minutes before going, "Hey, I don't think that we should trust Seravina."
Hey, never look a gift
He
horse in the
went
mouth.
out of his way to find this for me. What was I gonna do? Turn him down?
No.
and that makes him suspicious.
Okay.
It's a gift. He's giving us things. He's
You
giving
know,
us
I-
the use of a portal.
In that, speaking of which, I have a gift for you. And I'll reach into my bag of holding, and not maybe pull out, but I have a gift for you. And I'll give him the adamantine.
That
plate armor.
adamantine.
Yeah.
Einar takes it, goes, "It's a bit small. I might need to adjust it. I'm a bit bigger than you are."
Just a bit.
No, it shouldn't be small. It's full scale.
Yeah, but Einar's 7 foot
Adjustment.
six.
Yes. It adjusts because of my
Magic.
features.
That's an artificer thing,
features.
isn't it? Doesn't
An
isn't
artificer
that
feature.
specific?
Yeah.
with-
And if I needed to, I can augment the armor.
Not anymore. It's not your arcane armor.
Doesn't matter. I have the ability. I won't augment it into my armor, but I can.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
I know.
Well, you can't put your.
Okay, here. Let me pull
Wait
up
a
the
minute.
features.
I think the extra augmentation is only for your arcane armor. For
This is gonna turn.
Oh
to
well,
be-
you actually don't. Get
I'm,
that.
This is
all
why
I'm
you're my
talking about
favorite
is
now,
I
'cause I
can
never get gifts.
change it so that it fits Einar. Where are my artificer abilities? There we go.
Riss, do you want gifts? Have I just not been giving you enough attention?
You haven't. You sold my knife that I gave you. I was very hurt by that.
Listen. That was a worthy sacrifice. Besides, I never use it.
Oh, you
I've got a
haven't
whip.
gotten your
True.
other
I
item
thought I had
back
the
yet
ability to like
from our
smith.
Yeah,
escort.
I got my
upgrade
shadow dagger
pieces
back.
of armor.
Oh, you did?
but I guess not.
You had to
Right.
give up your boots.
Okay, I
You
did.
did.
Chris, why did
Oh,
you
that's
roll a
right.
14?
I accidentally hit that.
Oh, okay.
Investigation. That's a good investigation check. I'm saving that.
Just gonna tuck it away.
That's right.
What type of warlock is Kudo?
Hex.
something.
The southern
blade.
kind.
Does that give him proficiency?
Yeah.
With heavy armor?
No, just
No.
light and medium.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hefty.
you could pay the Minotaur, or one of them.
If you want, we can.
Hey, we
It's
can-
yours
I
now.
mean,
It's great. It protects against
I think
really
it's
hard
always
hits.
good if we go asking someone to go on a quest with us to offer a gift, and so this would be a gift being offered to.
You can also just sell it.
We could sell
This
it,
is
yes.
true too. Money
How-
goes a
how-
long
how-
Do
way.
you,
How-
unless you want it, because it is
well,
a gift
how,
for you.
How,
So if you sell my gift,
how much would it go for?
Investigation check.
not that much.
14.
Like maybe 500
Okay.
gold.
Yeah. Okay. It's not worth
A
it.
couple hundred gold.
Yeah. It's not worth selling.
No. Why would
Ah.
you sell my gift?
I'm not going to.
See? Why would I get rid of Seravina's gift?
I wouldn't have sold your gift.
Y'all are ridiculous.
Right. I'm going to punch you in the face one day. You better make sure that metal skin of yours is covering your face when that happens.
You can try to punch me now.
Is it this
Okay.
group?
You'll miss.
Let's find out.
What are we doing?
No.
That's,
No.
Yeah, probably not. I think I only have a +7.
No. Only.
Yeah.
What? Would you like the message to Kemerites?
Sure. Einar will message Samir. Wait, do I have? Let me just make sure that today I still have my messaging. Oh, I do not. Because I used him to message you. I'll have to do it tomorrow.
Well, we can.
Oh yeah, that's the same day.
Yeah. We can spend today trying to figure out what we
Well-
want to pay them. What?
They don't technically know me, but I do know them.
You know, that's fair.
Hey,
Makoto's got.
I'm
spell
sure
slots
they
to
would not.
spare.
That's a good point.
I'm
And
sure they
has
would not
something
mind a
prepared.
pretty young lady calling them up out of the blue.
Can I expend
We're not exploiting her like that.
higher level spell slots?
I'm just saying they're
For
not
sending,
likely
yeah.
to hang
You
on.
can always
Okay.
do that
Okay, because it's like the only one that
because there's
doesn't
no
list.
benefit.
Oh,
to doing
okay,
it.
Okay, so I can do sending. I just have
Yeah.
to use
You have
higher
to use a
levels.
higher level spell
Make up
slot.
your mind, Arnar.
Look,
Spellcasters.
Riss,
We have a lot to work with.
you are also about to get punched in the face.
That is rude. And I feel undeserved.
Would you like 2 punches?
Riss,
Does your hand, is it hollow? Or is it like fully just all bronze?
Dun, dun, dun.
Hollow. Interesting.
Like your soul.
List hasn't been taken yet.
what a great family reunion we have.
That's very true.
Did you expect anything different?
I will save my comment for a later date.
Probably
Smart.
not.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Alright, well send
So-
our friend. I miss Alvain.
Who
Let's
are
see him.
these Camerites?
Ah,
And I
They
see-
Go ahead
are-
and make a religion check.
Are you asking,
Oh.
like, what are the Camerites? Or
That's an
what?
oh whoa.
So that one.
Yeah, she has no idea.
got it. My young Padawan. So,
Ah.
the Camerites. I don't know about the Camerites, but the 3 we are talking about.
Would you like to make a?
No, I would not. I would like
Doesn't
to
matter.
describe them.
I.
There's to think of our group as sane, purpose-driven, honorable individuals
I would like to make a history check.
who
That's encouraging.
About?
who are pursuing a noble
was it
calling of
religion?
serving the
Religion.
ancestor Seravina.
15.
Not Seravina.
The ancestor
Chimera.
Seravina, huh?
Chimera.
This is news to me.
That's right. Sorry. I have Seravina on the mind. Chimera.
Do you want to hold him down?
We met them.
I want to.
I'm not
In
sure I would
the realm of
compare
the
those
Gaggo.
such people to
As I
more
said,
interesting.
they're very level-headed.
yourselves.
The
wanna get him a
one
drink.
that's my counterpart, Alvain. Great guy. Great sense of humor.
How about you?
I don't remember much of Samir, but he's about as big as Einar. And then Alia was Ray's counterpart. I didn't talk a lot with her either. But she's another spellcaster, so. Good group of people. You'll like them.
Very well.
Hey, Einar is going to go to the bartender,
I ate.
and he's going to lean in and go, "You know that stuff that Sulan was drinking this morning? That Kudo and Riss tried, and it was too much for them."
I'm up at the bar with him.
Oh, I forgot. I got thrown in my face. I
Make
did
a
not try
persuasion
it.
check.
I want to help. Can I help?
Can I give myself guidance?
You get help.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can-
I'm
Yeah.
just like, you know,
Yeah, go
I can
for
do
it.
it.
You got help. I
Hand
got
in
a
the pocket.
16.
Cool.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's cocked.
Nice.
This one was better. All right. So that's only this is persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have any in that one. There's one I have one. Oh, it's intimidation. That's 11.
Unfortunately, that's not for public consumption.
Well,
Unfortunate.
does this help? And I slide a platinum coin across the table.
Buddy, that's not even half the price of a cup.
Oh, well, do you know what?
Yeah, it's
Then how's four?
Einar puts a hand on Ray's hand and goes, No, you don't understand. This stuff is,
We're not trying to kill him.
How would you do? No. I mean, it is something that
And
apparently you
also-
need a tolerance for.
Price is not the question. It's not for public consumption.
It was
What's your
worth a
strongest
shot.
drink?
Strongest drink we have?
Yes,
Marion Shine.
we'll take one.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
I assume this is for the after party and not the journey itself.
You're talking to him. You have no idea what's going on.
Yes, this is.
Hold on. Passive perception.
Ray.
You're
26
part of this.
The passive perception of 26.
and
That's
20.
Damn it.
Let's see. Am I trying to be stealthy with it?
Oh yeah, Einar's being stealthy. There we go.
You don't see Einar.
I see
rolled a
Einar.
nat
I just don't
20.
know what you're doing up there.
You are able to.
What did you roll?
Natural 20.
Indeed.
So we perceive him
This,
up there.
this
We don't
is
perceive
why
what
I
he's
can't
doing.
give up the mithril armor.
That's right.
Because I need that.
For shenanigans.
That's the only time you're good at stealth is when we're doing shenanigans.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
and it's great. And that's what I wanted most.
Not in game deciding encounters, but when you're trying to get
Nah.
Riss drunk.
Yeah, well, because a deity's going to help me get out of a bad situation.
You don't
Not
know
every
that.
deity's going to help me get... Well, okay, at this point, I think it's pretty safe to say that Vara wants to keep me around, so I think he'll probably do what he can to keep
He
me.
killed you
Yeah, and he brought me back.
and killed you again.
Do I hear this
Yeah, he killed me
conversation?
once.
Oh,
I
without
think
question.
this is metagame.
He said without
He
question, so
killed
we
me
all
once.
hear this.
It took me a little bit to regenerate.
Don't drink anything they bring back.
Never.
Yeah, so...
Don't drink anything I give you either.
Einar's gonna...
Unless you're dying, then
gonna
it's pretty
buy,
safe to say.
I
a
appreciate the heads up.
flask's worth
Yeah.
of Mirian Shine.
Sure.
How much is it?
I don't know. It's
Five?
take off
It's 5 gold.
10 gold.
10 gold?
Sure.
How much is
Whoops, that's ag.
10 gold? Or how much is a piece of gold in
$10. 100
American?
$100.
100 bucks.
So $1,000 down the drain for
Woo!
glasses of
For actual, imagine if moonshine was like top shelf.
held in high esteem. Yeah.
Not just held in high esteem, but like actual good quality. As opposed to just being the equivalent of a get drunk button.
Straight
As-
happy juice.
As Einar receives the flask and hands it to Ray, Einar puts a hand on Ray's shoulder and says, "Welcome back."
Thank you. It's good to be back.
And
Okay,
Einar,
I need 4 cups.
no. I'm not partaking in that.
4 cups of regular ale.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, he gets you what you want.
Cool.
How much are you pouring in one of them?
Hang on. I know. Is Riss looking this way?
Versus looking dead at you.
We've been like
I guess I don't
having
need to
small
make a-
talk while
So
staring
as,
at you guys.
as Einar turns around to check,
Yep.
bloop, bloop, bloop.
In all of them?
No, all but one.
All but one?
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
What did you just put in there?
He put the Miriam Shine
22.
in 3 of the 4 L cups.
So, what's your passive perception?
His is 20.
You don't notice.
Oh, I wouldn't notice.
You don't notice. You do.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's not going to you.
Right?
I'm gonna chill it out a little bit.
Sure. You got it. So, do you all drink?
So I give one to Einar and I say, this one does not contain the drink. This one does. And this is for me and for Makoto. Both of the ones I gave him are spiked.
Question.
Yep.
Can prestidigitation remove that?
No.
It can't remove it. It can mask it.
Purify food and drink.
You're gonna
can.
have to. That is a.
Yeah.
You want them to drink it all.
All right. Prestidigitate so that they don't know. On all 3.
So go ahead and make a spellcasting check.
Okay.
Intelligence and proficiency.
Intelligence plus proficiency. So 14.
14. All right. I need you both to make who's getting spiked drinks?
Riss, Einar, and Makoto.
You have to convince Riss to drink it, because remember last time he went drinking with you, you spiked it, same exact thing, and he blacked out. So he's not drinking anything. You
That's
put
why
before.
I'm trying to mask the smell so that you don't know.
You assume he's even going to take that chance. He just told. And
He
obviously you weren't
just
here for
told
this.
Kin.
He just
that he
told
not to
Keen,
drink
don't
any of
give
it."
anything. Don't drink anything they give you. I will tell you what I'll do though. When I am giving it, I'm gonna do the whole.
The whole Krog move.
I'm sorry.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Bet.
I'm looking forward
Oh,
to
I actually don't have proficiency in that. That's only 16.
Passive perception.
17.
There you go.
You just see a flash of something
Delicious.
moving past.
Liar. But that's okay.
Right. Do you remember the last time I was drinking with you?
I motion.
Yes,
I motion him to the side.
We do because
Yeah.
you don't.
Gotcha.
Y'all are cruel to each other.
We are, and that's what's entertaining.
This is what the campaign is.
That's right. All right.
We need to relax sometimes.
So Riss is not
you know?
drinking his. I know. Are you still making the check?
Dude, I mean, I don't think Einar would necessarily have reason to suspect. So unless there's a putrid aroma,
It's not detectable before you take the first sip.
okay.
Riss is just gonna.
How big is your first?
Probably
Hang
like
on,
average
hang on.
size.
He's a
Hang
big
on.
man.
He's not thinking about it.
It's
He's
good to
not
be back,
trying
Einar. And I hold it up for a toast. Clink.
Einar will take.
Anna takes it back and Riss goes.
Are you? I don't think Einar would notice it. If he did,
Make
though,
a perception check.
Make a perception check. All right. I'm not gonna give myself guidance because I don't think he's that intent on it. Yeah, that's perception. It's only 14.
Whew, that's stronger than you expected. Not so much that you suspect,
Yeah.
but more than you expected.
This has got a little bit of a kick to it.
Someone say a shine.
Makoto is just looking at Ray.
Riss goes. Someone say a shine to it.
A shine. Einar's gonna take like another sip.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
The second one was a tasting sip.
That's
Wow.
a pass.
Oh yeah.
That's a 19 on the die.
Nice.
So 22.
Let me see if that's a pass.
Oh, that's
If
right.
it's
No.
22, if it's 22
You have to roll a
is not
20.
Well, it's also
Because
spiked
Sherry
with
had
it.
Miri and Shine, and she had to roll a 20 in order to pass.
He did
Plus
roll 22
five.
total.
That's a fail.
Oh, wow.
22? God.
Because you got to remember that vodka and rum still only have half the alcohol content of what moonshine does.
Just drinking
True,
nail
but
polish at that
how
point.
how much did he put in there? Because I'm not drinking straight.
Yeah, and you're not getting the full effects of like a full drink, but you are getting some effects. Yeah, the DC for Miri and Shine is a 25.
Ah.
Anyways, Anna, you were sending. Actually
yes.
sending.
What exactly do we want to tell them?
Tell him Riss says hi.
Okay, if I have room.
Riss, roll me a wisdom check.
Not terrible at that.
Just
Well, that was a
average.
terrible roll, so that's 4.
It is Bones Day.
Damn straight.
Woo!
On two.
15.
Total?
Uh-huh.
You do remember that the advice given to you is to deal with Korvaki prior to going to the vault.
That's right, yes.
Because in the previous version of events, when he arrived with you at the vault,
That was
he
when.
beat you to it. And bad things happened. And Zara got trapped in a space between timelines as a result.
I would say, yeah, that's.
Along with Korvaki.
Question. Would you like to see what he's doing right now?
Yes, but in your message, I would offer them. What should we offer them? Like something. I'm sure he has plenty of valuables. Part of the plunder. I mean, obviously, there's a chance to roll with us again.
I believe
but
we're
we-
also trying to recover what he stole from Seravina and
Yes.
returning it to Seravina.
Well, the price would be you can have any loot, but that item is ours.
Well, I think
Assuming.
most of his loot is probably going to be
Let-
stolen from Seravina.
Let me say this. Assuming they want a reward, I think the first thing that we should do is offer them.
Honor, glory.
Not offer them, but request their assistance once more. And then if they wanted to be compensated, we asked them how much.
I'm fine with that. It'll be good to see Alvain again.
I think that would be the best course of action.
But yes, in terms of scrying, I think that is
We'll do
very
that,
wise.
yes.
If we were able to see him.
Do we have anything of his?
Korvaki?
Yeah.
Nope,
We
just
used
an
to have his
intense
head.
dislike.
Yeah, we got rid of that, unfortunately. What?
I said nope, just an intense dislike.
True.
Does that count as an item?
No, no, it does not.
Well, let's get to asking the cameras
What did you
if
end up
they'd like
doing
to
with that
join us.
ring?
I think we sold it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have counted.
Yeah, what
Mm-hmm.
I think I gave it.
He was literally
I gave
inside
it
it.
to Raven and Griffin, if I remember correctly.
Ah, that checks out.
Yeah. Holy crap! I have a box that they'll buy stuff from us.
Yep.
Do you want the art? Like,
I can't fit.
oh yeah,
It's
I see what you're
a
saying.
box, not a crate.
I was thinking bag of holding.
Perhaps it would be possible to get something, as he used to, base himself out of Seravina's quarters. Perhaps Seravina still has something of his possessions that we could use. Though I will say, if Korvaki has gotten more powerful, isn't there a chance that he will know that somebody is trying to scry on him?
I don't
And
care.
that could give him
I'm
warning?
sure Seravina's been trying as well. So, if he's is he able to
Seravina may
determine?
not have that spell.
Good to know. Riss would not know that. Is he able to determine who's scrying him?
Make an Arcana check.
Ah,
No, there is no way of, unless you have a unique magical item or a spell, which is something I've debated creating, but it's definitely not something Korvaki would have access to, or most people would have access to.
Okay. You can contact the Camerites. I'll ask Seravina if he has an item linked to Korvaki.
very good. Alright, so Einar will send a message to... He'll send it to Samir.
Okay.
See, I got 25 words. What do I want to say?
While you think about that, we're gathering intel on Korvaki. Do you have any of his belongings that can assist with scrying?
Good to hear from you so soon.
Literally, what, an hour?
Yeah, pretty much.
Not only do I have something of his, if this is your intent, I know where he is.
Perfect.
Wow, that's a lot easier than trying to scry.
It is, yes.
Well, that doesn't, knowing where he is doesn't tell you what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
Do you tell that to us?
I can only send him one message.
Well, no, but I mean, when he sent it to you, do you tell it to?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Do you? He didn't mention like specifically where. It's not like Paradise.
Remind me, if
He
somebody
didn't say where.
uses sending, does the other person who's receiving the sending, like, know who's
Yes.
sending the message? Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
I believe so. I think it says it in
There's
the.
a little ding message from Einar.
It doesn't. I mean, it's
You
more
have
so
one
because
new
it's
message.
typically a creature. I'd say no. You don't inherently know, but it's like if someone calls you, you can usually recognize the voice pretty quickly.
Yeah, but it's also been a little while, and we knew them for like 3 days.
Listen, it was an
3 very
intense
intense
3
days.
days.
Yes, 3 very intense days. But
Noah,
also
there
just
is
3
a
days.
kind of bond that is forged when you are on the brink of death.
I'm sure.
It could be an hour.
Yep. Anyways,
Okay, well,
go on.
Does Makoto have sending?
Yep.
Cool. Have her respond to Seravina with a yes, please.
Yep. Okay. She will send the message just saying,
Tell him Riss says hi, Makoto. Actually, no, it's Seravina. Don't tell him that.
Riss says hi.
Rude. Right. Do you
We
see?
are very interested in the
Disrespectful.
information you have.
Perfect.
Well, that was a mouthful. You just said yes, please. Send soon.
And as you are, can I get you okay? From a portal for the third.
Yeah,
Yeah.
third.
No,
There.
it wasn't. It wasn't a portal because the portal appeared in the desert when you left, and you guys didn't arrive via portal. You arrived via teleport.
Right. So second time.
For the second time today, a gateway
Riss will jump at
appears
this one.
in the middle of the wandering shadow. The bartender is just, by the way, is the only person in the bar other than y'all.
Why are we here? We need to go upstairs.
It's a safe haven.
It is.
fair.
Listen, we just make ourselves at home.
We do.
Apparently.
Listen, you won the race. Sulan is willing to
That's right. You
make
like your
accommodations.
incognito. We're wanted. You're like famous.
Okay, cool.
Infamous famous. What's the difference? 2 letters.
Well then, he does respond quickly.
That he does.
Shall we?
Sure.
Oh, I thought he was coming out of the portal. That's for us. Oh, gotcha.
No. When have you ever seen Seravina out of his home?
He
Once.
stepped
The
out.
ball.
During the race.
He did do
Literally
it during the
once.
race.
Wasn't he at the ball too?
Oh yeah, and the ball.
He did briefly come
The
to
gala.
that. That is true.
That's right.
Yes.
So twice.
Twice.
Count them on 2 fingers.
So, you have 1 minute before the gate closes.
Okay, cool. Going through, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
I got
I
everything
assume
that
you
I
have
need.
your... Yeah, you have all your... Well, you guys would have just arrived, so
Yeah.
you have everything.
Yep.
Keen, are you going with them?
What exactly are they doing?
Keen, you can stay here if you want. Sulan obviously is very understanding, very generous. But we are going to... How do I put this nicely? Annihilate an old foe of ours before he can do it to us.
See. Well,
That way
I'd best
we-
make sure that no one else gets killed, so... Or, more importantly, that no books get lost.
See, I like her.
Very practical
I go.
thinking.
Fair enough. So you are joining them.
All right.
We're just gonna go. I call first and runs up to the portal.
First of what? And Idar walks right behind him.
All right. You all enter into Seravina's hall once more. Well, well. Seems I'm seeing more and more of you nowadays.
That's right. We did see you like what, 2 days ago?
Something like that.
Have Seravina and Keen met?
Yes.
Yeah, that one time because we all got chased in by that huge thing that almost
Yes.
killed me.
You're right. You're right.
When Idar
Fun
screamed,
moment.
Seravina, help!
All caps.
that was Einar thinking, what would Ray do? Ray would just call Seravina. All right, cool. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Good job. Showing your intelligence side there.
Well, it is good to see the band back together, as it were.
Agreed.
Now, I understand it is Korvaki you are after.
Indeed.
Absolutely. We're going to go on a little quest for you here.
I'm sure you wouldn't mind.
Shrek and Donkey.
Not in the slightest. In fact, it would be something I would greatly appreciate. Korvaki spurned the gifts I gave him, spurned the support, and betrayed any element of trust that did exist. Feeling dissatisfied with my gifts towards you and your friends.
Ah, he was jealous.
You beat me by half a second.
The ring I gave you in order to
Save my daughter, essentially, yes.
indeed. That was something he was looking forward to receiving. At a point in the future.
Suck, kid.
It
Now,
was a nice ring. No offense, Makoto.
I mean, you still gave it up. So as far as I'm concerned, I came out. Then
Just means she's worth more.
exactly. Yes. Yeah. it is very apparent that you mean a great deal. Now, I would have happily provided him with something of equal or even greater value if he had been patient. But
He's not exactly the virtuous type.
never had been.
That's why we killed him. Twice?
Twice.
Ah, there you
Third time's the charm.
Yeah. Well, this time we'll make sure he stays dead.
go. Third time will be the dead.
Well, he will no longer have my patronage to help him in that regard, so I certainly hope so. He has a number of items that he stole from my lab.
The crystals, right?
The Arcane Shards. Yes. He took a number of them.
Don't touch them. Sorry.
These ones are different.
I would
think.
prefer they were destroyed, actually.
Oh, well, we could do that. But there are no repercussions for destroying them, are there? This is the kind of thing we need to stand back from when we destroy.
I wouldn't stay too close if you can help it.
Ah.
But even a mere 5-10 feet, you should be fine.
Oh, perfect. I have that range.
But they are faulty prototypes with severe issues still inherent to their function. Korvaki still felt it was valuable enough to make off with before he left. Now, unfortunately, I wish I could, but I cannot offer more help than transportation in this endeavor. Malia, Stalwart, KO are all otherwise occupied.
We may have a solution for that.
Is that so?
The Outsiders have made a lot of friends.
During our excursion into the realm of the gods, we met some very skilled warriors. Ones that helped us get through the trial of the Camerites.
Hopefully they'll say yes. We haven't asked them yet.
Or have we? I thought you sent it.
No, I was trying to figure out
I
what
know.
to say. Listen, I've got 25 words. I'm trying to make them count.
Never.
You
asked.
already counted.
I've counted 11 so far.
Oh, okay. You're almost there. Good job.
Never asked me to
It's
write
like
you a letter.
halfway.
No, it's not.
Riss, I don't want you to write me any letters.
I meant the other way. I'm never gonna ask you to write a letter.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I don't like writing anyway.
Fair. Always a very interesting time. Regardless, there is a small town by the name of Repose. It is along the Alastair Mountains.
Can you point that out for us
Indeed.
in the map?
All three of us looked at the map at the exact same time.
Amy, move your head. This is the Alastair Mountains.
Oh, he's close.
Well, currently y'all are technically, like, up here.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah.
Technically speaking.
I thought he was on the other side of the globe.
Nope.
Sorry. Map.
Seravina does bring out a small map, and,
See what laser pointed to? Shoosh.
no, he just points.
Thank you.
And the
It's keen.
small town of Repose is right about here.
Oh, okay, you're good. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Repose.
Mm-hmm.
More like depose.
Dispose.
Either one. Depose means to like dethrone.
Yeah.
I like.
He's not
dispose.
exactly sitting on a throne.
Throne of lies.
Most certainly not. However, do be careful. There is... While faulty, it is almost certain that there is some use from the Arcane Shards that he took.
What kind of uses can we expect? Does it cast spells for him, or
In a
grant
way,
him strength, or...
depending on which one he's used. If he were to use the Aqueous Shard, it would give him more and more control over water and waves as he strengthened with it, until he could move oceans with a thought.
Is
If
there
he-
one that gives control of rocks or dirt?
Not at the moment.
Well, that's good considering he's in the mountains.
Yes. What... I don't suppose you have any idea why he selected that area.
Not in the slightest.
Unfortunate. That would be useful.
If you can, give me a list of the types of crystals that he took.
I believe there were 5. The Shard of Aqueous, the Shard of Influence, which allows one to more and more affect the minds of other people and creatures. And he pulls out, because I need to look at my notes to remember which ones there were. The Shard of Teleportation.
I hope he's used that one.
You do hope?
Is that way he
if
doesn't
he's-
have it?
If they're limited use...
They're not.
Not quite.
You merge yourself with them, essentially.
Oh, that's right. There was something about you could lose your soul. to one of
Indeed.
these. I hope
The
that has
attunement process to a shard such as this, thankfully, I believe, or unfortunately, I believe he's intelligent enough to have recognized that using more than one would tear him asunder.
Well, that would be a shame.
So perhaps he's picked one and he's continuing to use that one?
Indeed, once attuned, he would not be able to unattune, and it would grow stronger and stronger as it was embedded within him.
Oof, I don't like embedded.
There's also the Shard of Communication, and
Chitty chitty chat chat. Sorry. I'm tired. That was 100% will, not Riss.
the Shard of Warding.
Of those,
Probably warding.
well, either
Or
warding...
influence.
That's what I was going to say.
I was gonna guess
Influence would be
teleportation.
his... Influence would probably be his most useful shard, so he could use it to manipulate people around him, possibly even form his own army if he got strong enough with it.
Indeed, which is why locating him has been one of my top priorities. I have no interest in him being given free reign.
Does the Shard of Influence work like a command spell?
Something akin to it, as well as being able to paralyze or even exert control over.
What are some defenses against that?
A fair point. You say you have friends you are going to be reaching out to?
Indeed.
Yes.
3 of them.
Do that. Spend the night. By the time you're ready to leave tomorrow, I'll have something for you.
Very good.
Sounds good to me.
Out of curiosity, do these shards also give him any resistances?
Only to the... Well, actually...
Because if he is as vulnerable to commands as we are, I might be able to use a similar method against him.
It entirely depends on how long he's been attuned. If that is the one, and he's only recently, you should be able to with a powerful enough spell. If he's had it embedded within him for long enough, you would be completely immune.
That is unfortunate.
So why don't we do this? We'll spend the rest of the day here. We can scry at the end of the night or at the beginning of the evening in order to see exactly what he's doing, get a lay of the area. You can contact the Camerites, and we'll see if they're available.
Importantly, how many friends of these do you have?
Three.
Which would make 7 of you total.
Yes.
8.
8.
Because
Makoto, right. I was counting.
Yep.
Yeah, people
Not-
around the table. Yep.
8.
Because gate only works for 6 people.
No, gate works for as many people as you want.
Okay.
Teleport is the one that has
It's-
the limit.
okay. Teleport.
Yeah. All right. And as you prepare to send your message and get some rest for the evening, that is why we will end tonight's session because it's getting late.
Yep.
And planning out a message you can do over the course of the next week.
Yep.
That sounds
Get a
good.
whole week.
'Cause I don't know what I want to say.
Yep.
I'm too
But-
tired to think of it.
Thank you very much for joining,
Yep.
and we will see you all next time. Good night.
Cheerio, chaps.
Ta-ta! Aha! Toodle pip!